Breaking news, Muratalla manager / trainer Robert Garcia, he came out calling out Shakur Stevenson to fight on Shakur Stevenson date coming up. They had a long conversation where by the end of the conversation, Shakur and Robert Garcia agreed that they're going to make the Shakur Stevenson versus Muratalla fight next. Obviously, Muratalla is ranked number 2 under the WBC. Shakur won a vacant title. Due to that, his mandatory is due. Since his mandatory doesn't want to fight him, which is Zepeda, then just like he said when he fought Yoshino, he should go down the ladder and fight the next person up, which is Muratalla. A fight that everyone wants to see. A 50-50 fight in my opinion. Now this all began when a fan told Shakur stop crying to Oscar, Teofimo Lopez and Muratalla ready to line that ish up. Hashtag top rank. That's when Shakur responded to him by cursing him out, telling him that Muratalla can't even make 35 no more. The other one will not dare to fight me next unless it's in Honduras. That's when Robert Garcia jumped in and told Shakur, we have someone that's already with top rank ready, champ. Just give us 2 weeks. Now, Shakur never responded to Robert Garcia. However, a fan jumped in and told Shakur, not gonna lie, champ, Shakur, if you can't get Zepeda, the true fans think Muratalla will be a good opponent for you. That's when Shakur responded with, this is his last fight at 135, and if not, I'm right here. We can make it happen, and I will make the fight look so easy. Shortly after, Robert Garcia checked Shakur Stevenson's statement by stating, not sure who's been lying to you. This fight is at 138 because the opponent was a replacement. Let us get through Saturday, he referring to this Saturday, and we will 100% be ready for July. That's when Shakur responded with, and I will be ready to reach out to Top Rank and we can make it happen. You know what it is with me, don't come up here and say it and don't stand on it like everybody else. Robert Garcia then responded with, I reached out weeks ago. Muratalla isn't like the other guys looking for attention. We are here for the world titles, not retweets and likes. Wow, that's surprising to hear. Shakur is talking about reaching out to Top Rank. On the other hand, Robert Garcia already said he'd been reached out to Top Rank. Therefore, Shakur is a little bit behind. However, when Shakur responded to Robert Garcia, he claimed otherwise. He said, well, if he reached out, I haven't heard one word about him. But like I said, I'm right here. I'm not going nowhere. Well, Shakur needs to get off Twitter and follow up on what Robert Garcia told him. This is official. Both Shakur and Muratalla agreed to fight next. This is a hell of a fight, a 50-50 fight. Muratalla is one of the best lightweights in the world. He been deserved and earned his title shot. He's ranked number 2 under the WBC. Last time Shakur fought Yoshino, like I told you guys, he said he fought Yoshino because he went down the ladder. Well, this time around, when he went down the ladder to number 1, Zepeda turned the fight down. However, this go-round, Shakur doesn't have to go down the ladder that much because number 2, Muratalla, he raised his hand to fight Shakur Stevenson. We all know Muratalla brings athleticism, speed, power, IQ, skill, and you name it. He has great footwork, so I think Muratalla is going to present Shakur Stevenson his toughest fight to this day. Even a tougher fight than Edwin De Los Santos. But unlike Edwin De Los Santos, Shakur can't really play it too safe because Muratalla, unlike Edwin De Los Santos, he's going to let his hands go. He's going to throw punches on punches, which are going to force Shakur to bring the best out of himself. Since if he doesn't, then he's going to fall behind and he's going to end up losing to Muratalla if he doesn't let his hands go, like he did in the Edwin De Los Santos fight. One thing for sure, Muratalla, he throws punches and punches. He makes it rain on his opponents. This is exactly the type of fight Shakur Stevenson has been asking for. Well, now he finally got it. 2 things for certain. The fans want to see this fight. The fans have been wondering, how come Shakur wasn't mentioning Muratalla's name? Especially when this is an intriguing fight that all of the fans want to see it. This is a fight that we don't know who's going to win the fight after seeing Shakur Stevenson's last performance. At first, I was under the impression Muratalla didn't want to fight Shakur. However, Robert Garcia cleared that up. He already revealed that he'd been reached out to Top Rank in order to make the Shakur Stevenson fight happen. On the other hand, Shakur Stevenson, who is returning on July 6th, he claimed otherwise. He claimed he never heard anything about the Muratalla fight, even though he desperately looking for a fight. So how in the world he didn't hear about Muratalla being on the table if that's the only guy that's willing to fight him over there on Top Rank? Instead, he's calling out Devin Haney, who has a fight. He's calling out everyone on the zone while completely being dismissive and claiming that he's unaware that Muratalla want to fight him, even though Muratalla fights on Top Rank and ESPN. They fight on the same network and they share the same promoter. One thing for sure, and two things for certain, Shakur Stevenson knows now that Muratalla want to scrap with him. But instead of getting off Twitter to contact Top Rank to see what's going on with Muratalla, Shakur kept tweeting. This time around, he started tweeting at Kid Austin, the same guy Shakur was claiming that Kid Austin is clout chasing him. He don't deserve a fight. He should fight Abdullah Mason on his undercard. Now all of a sudden, Shakur changed his mind about not wanting to fight Kid Austin. But it's the timing of it all. The moment Shakur found out that Muratalla want to fight him, or at least the moment the public found out that Muratalla want to fight him, because Robert Garcia revealed that information to the public after having this conversation with Shakur. Now all of a sudden Shakur changed his mind from not wanting to fight Kid Austin because he don't deserve a shot, he's just clout chasing, he needs to fight Abdullah Mason, who's a prospect, to now Shakur Stevenson offering Floyd Kid Austin a fight the moment Muratalla called him out. Like, wait a minute, whatever happened to Shakur going down the ladder like he was claiming when he fought Yoshino, who was ranked number 5 or number 6 under the WBC? Whatever happened to that? Why this time around Shakur doesn't want to go down the ladder to number 2, a guy who's ranked really high like Muratalla, but instead he want to fight Floyd Kid Austin, who's not even on the top 10 under the WBC. I mean, don't get me wrong, Shakur did tell Robert Garcia, let's make the fight happen with Muratalla next on July 6th. But what's not adding up is Shakur, instead of contacting Top Rank the way Robert Garcia already did weeks ago in order to negotiate the fight to make the fight come to fruition, instead of doing that, he went back on Twitter to start tweeting at Kid Austin and offering him the fight. Like, wait a minute. Shakur should be talking to Top Rank about fighting Muratalla. He shouldn't be offering Kid Austin a fight who's not even ranked on the top 10. A guy that Shakur was just claiming he's clout chasing and undeserving a couple weeks ago. Especially when Shakur just had a conversation that I read to you guys with Robert Garcia to make the Muratalla fight next. However, after having that conversation, like I told you guys before, Shakur tweeted Kid Austin, or he posted this, quote, "Tell Oscar, reach out if you're ready to throw that little kid to the wolves. He clearly don't want no smoke with Abdullah, so I will put that little kid in his place July 6th if Oscar ready to throw him to the Sharks." Wait a minute. How you gonna tell Robert Garcia, let's make the fight happen, then say this about fighting Kid Austin? Nobody want to see the Kid Austin fight over the Muratalla fight, due to the fact Muratalla is ranked number 2 under the WBC, while Kid Austin is not even ranked on the top 10. This really coming off like Shakur Stevenson wants no part of Muratalla. That's why he's deflecting this way. He tweeted after that, in response to Oscar De La Hoya not wanting to make the Zepeda fight next, "What about Kid Austin? He talks super tough on my name over social media. I don't mind beating the shit out of him July 6th. I'm sick and tired of all of the clout chasing. What's the word? Can we make that one happen?" Question mark. Wow. This really is coming off Shakur wants no part of Muratalla. If Shakur feels Kid Austin is clout chasing, he's undeserving of the title shot since he's not ranked on the top 10, then Why is he entertaining this fight and offering Kid Austin the fight over the Muratalla fight, who's ranked number 2 and been earned his title shot at Shakur? Plus, they on the same side of the street. They on the same network and have the same promoter. Fight Muratalla first, and after you become a free agent this year, after the July 6th fight, Shakur can go to DAZN and make a deal to fight Zubaida and Kid Austin. Now that's logical. That makes all of the sense in the world. But to tell Robert Garcia, hey, let's make the fight. Robert told him, hey, I've been contacted Top Rank. Shakur said, oh, I didn't know that. But instead of getting off Twitter to see what's going on, to contact Top Rank and Bob Arum in order to make the fight happen, he goes back on Twitter in order to call out a fighter who's undeserving to fight him, according to Shakur Stevenson himself. Shakur said it, not me. Shakur said, Kid Austin don't deserve the fight. He's just clout chasing. He's not ranked. He's not proven. This, that, and the third. He need to fight somebody. That's what Shakur said. Now Shakur is offering that guy a fight, even though Kid Austin fights on a whole nother network and deals with a whole nother promoter. He's doing all of that instead of following up with his word that he gave to Robert Garcia that he's going to fight Muratalla next. We shall see what happens. I hope Kid Austin doesn't respond. I hope Oscar doesn't respond. So Shakur is forced to fight a fight that the fans want to see. A significant fight. An interesting fight to the fans against Muratalla. Shakur versus Muratalla is an intriguing fight. We want to see that. Now, if Muratalla turns down the fight, then I could see why Shakur would want to fight Kid Austin. That would make sense. But when you have Muratalla raising his hand, who's ranked number 2 under the WBC, why is Shakur over here offering Kid Austin a fight when he's not ranked on the top 10? That makes zero sense. I guess Shakur want to go back to fighting on Thursday nights instead of giving the fans the fights they want to see. And that's the Muratalla fight. So do you guys think Shakur is worried about the Muratalla fight? I mean, Muratalla does have a pretty good chance of beating Shakur. However, when Shakur claims he's the best fighter in the world, then he shouldn't be worried about who he's fighting next. In fact, it's the contrary. He should be over the moon to get a real test like Muratalla, a fight that the fans want to see, a fight that will make the fans happy. The Muratalla fight is a fight that will give Shakur the opportunity to prove himself that he really is who he claimed he is, especially after the Edwin De Los Santos performance. Both Shakur and Muratalla need each other at this point. Shakur to prove himself, and Muratalla for the opportunity since everyone else is busy. He ain't going to be able to get the Loma fight. He's not going to be able to get the Kambosos fight. Obviously, Gervonta, Frank are busy over there on PBC. So there's nobody left on Top Rank for Shakur to fight other than Muratalla. I mean, Shakur is not going to fight Keyshawn. He says that's his homeboy. So fight Muratalla, who's ranked higher than Keyshawn. Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.